If you ever needed any proof that Ubisoft is dead, without any chance at redemption whatsoever, you don't need to look further than Assassin's Creed Shadows. Not only is this finally the Assassin's Creed game that fans have been begging to be finally set in Japan, but the main character of this series is black. The black legendary samurai Yasuo. And obviously Japanese character that you can play also. They, them. I don't know if it's supposed to be a female or male. Very androgynous. Very progressive. But the progressiveness does not stop here. Because you see, obviously, the only black man in Japan in that time period is also obviously gay. Yep, that's right. The legendary black gay samurai. Mwah. You just can't make this up.
It's only been a week since Ubisoft put out the first trailer for the next iteration of the Assassin's Creed franchise, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it has been a complete and total catastrophe for them. Despite...
Also, the funniest fact ever, the fact that you're supposed to be playing as a stealthy assassin in a game where you're supposed to blend in while being the only black man on a piece of land. Yeah, that's not immersion breaking at all.
Nearly everyone in the mainstream games media trying to run cover for them, it has not helped them with the fan base, and that fan base is not happy. Because for the past several years, fans have been begging Ubisoft to make an Assassin's Creed set in Japan. Well, they finally did it, but the rumors were true. The main male protagonist is a black man, and we've gone over all of the backlash surrounding Yasuke, the changing of history, people trying to lie about who this person actually was. But the gamers, the fans, they are not buying it. You can just look at the...
Yeah, people instantaneously started like, oh no, this is a historic figure. Yeah, it's a historic figure. If you mean literally Nobunaga's pet that he paraded around. Because Yasuo was nothing more than a glorified exotic pet slave. So, you know, I hope you enjoy history. Because that's the only thing that he was. There is literally not a single shred of evidence that he was anything above that.
Ratio here. It continues to get worse. Now up to nearly 650,000 dislikes to less than 300,000 likes. And if you want to talk about the actual country where it's set in Japan, that reaction has been even worse. Look at the Japanese trailer. 42,000 dislikes to only 5,000 likes. You're talking about over 8 times the amount of people that watched this in Japan disliked it compared to the amount of people that actually did like it. And like I said, the game's journalists...
Damn those racist Japanese, how dare they?
...have been doing desperate damage control, especially places like IGN. Let's not pretend we're mad the new Assassin's Creed Shadow Samurai isn't Asian. Who is Assassin's Creed Shadows protagonist? Yasuke, the history behind the first Black Samurai. And of course, we've shifted from, you know, this...
They're just blatantly lying. I absolutely love it. When this first dropped, by the way, in the very first day, very first hour, the Wikipedia started to be absolutely just erased in the name of Ubisoft's diversity quotas. It's beautiful.
This actual historical figure that did exist, Yasuke, if you don't believe he was actually a samurai, even though there's no evidence of it, we edited Wikipedia, we edited Britannica, we edited all these things to try to convince everybody of this gaslighting bullshit lie. But if you don't believe that, you're a bigot. Well, that's now changed to, well, you know what? They've never really cared about historical accuracy, and neither should you. Even going so far as to publish retarded things like this, they wouldn't want an African...
I mean, to be fair, to a certain degree, we are talking about an alternative timeline where things are happening different, and it's not all historically accurate. That is true, but the Assassin's Creed games have always tried to be like kind of fitting to the setting that they're supposed to be in, even though it's an alternative magical world and whatnot. But this just doesn't even care. This is blatantly inserted messaging. And everyone knows it. And yeah, no one likes it.
And Assassin's Creed either. When we got one in like 2017, set in Egypt, set in Africa already. These people are so fucking stupid. But now...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Man, they were so mad when the one set in Egypt was not portrayed by a black, because Egypt is obviously black descendant or something like that. Oh man, that was some good stuff.
Looks like it was not enough. It was
because remember, Cleopatra was black, as we all know. Ancient Egyptians were black, as we all know.
enough for Ubisoft. It wasn't woke or diverse enough for them to have a black samurai as the main male protagonist in this game, along with the female Japanese person. No, instead, they had to go the extra mile. Ubisoft appears to confirm Assassin's Creed Shadows protagonists Yasuke and Neo are LGBTQ+.
Well, call me surprised. Wow, who would have expected that? What? Hey, that's the closest thing to reality they have actually done at this point. But yeah, it's surprising. The Them Day character is LGB blah 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 SpaghettiOs. Who would have expected that, right?
Because, of course, this is Ubisoft, and would you expect anything different? It's not enough to have the first AC game set in Japan, to have the protagonist not be fucking Japanese but be black, but he also got to make him gay, too. Assassin's Creed Shadows developer Ubisoft appear to confirm the game's two protagonists, Yasuke and Neo, are LGBTQ+ characters.
Damn right, they're gonna have a mission where they need to fend off the urges of deleting their Minecraft characters before 25. It's gonna be a wild mission.
In a blog post on the company's website, published on May 15th, the company declared, Neo and Yasuke's disparate personalities also lead them to have different relationships and rapports with other characters, and they don't always feel the same way about people, nor do people always feel the same way about them. Next, they discuss romance options. Romantically, they will also attract and be attracted to different types of people. Through the pair, players will get to experience a multitude of relationships.
By the way, my prediction is that Yasuke is obviously not the only black Japanese. I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft inserted a whole, like, you know, hidden sect of black samurai in the game. It would be great. It would be great.
Now, obviously, they're not getting too specific in that, but that's led a lot of people on both sides to assume what they're saying. Now, does that mean you're gonna be walking around as Yasuke and you're gonna be fucking dudes and fucking?
Yes, that most likely is, by the way, exactly what they're saying, because that's the only way they can be inclusive enough. And let's face it, Ubisoft's a complete dumpster fire. The only thing that keeps them afloat is that BlackRock and Vanguard inclusion and diversity score that pays them out money constantly. That's the only thing that keeps them afloat at this point. So they might as well, you know, completely just go in for the stuff that is the only thing that's left to making them money.
I don't know. Nobody's quite clear on all of the context surrounding it. But at this point in time, would anybody doubt that? With what they've already done and the way they've tried to defend this game, the way everyone's been gaslit about Yasuke's actual historical documentation, which is non-existent, there is no...
Most people are not, by the way, gaslit by this. Most people understand this is complete bull.
Proof that this man was ever actually considered a samurai. It didn't stop him from pushing all of that stuff. Would anything push them from actually doing that either? I kind of doubt it. And with seeing Ubisoft's track record over the past several years, how hard they push for things like Pride Month, how hard they push for Black Lives Matter, like, it is the perfect coalescence of what you would expect from these woke games companies. At this point, I don't know if the backlash can really get any worse, but
Hey, if there's a way, Ubisoft will definitely find it. What was the last game that Ubisoft did before this? Oh, that's right, Skull and Bones. Anyone remember that? Where 50% of your crew of pirates is women. Yeah, most boring, shitty game in the history of ever. And honestly, everyone has already forgotten about it. I'm pretty sure you're probably like, oh right, that existed. Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, that's how it is.
Suppose there's always a chance. It's not looking good already, despite the fact that you do have everyone in games journalism, everyone in mainstream games journalism, basically deep-throating Ubisoft at this point, desperately trying to shill for this game. And
hey, that's why games journalism is a dying breed, okay? And that's good. Never be sad about trash losing their jobs.
defend them for every bad decision they're making. It looks like they might have to go out there and defend another decision that Ubisoft may have made to make sure the game has more DEI in it. If this actually happens, man, oh man, everyone's just going to be pointing and laughing even harder. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe.
It's going to be great. And remember, Yong-ya supported this because he's a Korean who hates Japan mostly. But yes, funny in any case.
Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Yep, that was, well, it is as good as it gets. Ryan Kittle. Anyway, that was also Quizzer Sensitive and me. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, there's no greater force in the universe than Ubisoft diversity. Bye-bye.